you guys remember this clown?
My game plan is to be dirty, fish hooks, oil checks. I gotta do all that to win.
He finally just got his blue belt, congrats to him, but he thinks just because he's ranked up he can finally beat me in Jiu Jitsu. Never mind the fact that I've already had one myself for over 10 years, but he seriously thinks because he's reached a new threshold in his Jiu Jitsu, he has the skills to take on me. He claims I came at him unprepared for wrestling, so let's see what he has for me in Jiu Jitsu.
Word on the street is you got your blue belt. You ready for some revenge?
Yeah, I got my blue belt like last week. I'm ready to go. You know, last time was wrestling, but this is not wrestling.
If I remember correctly, he kind of put you in the dirt a little bit there, Josh, didn't he?
I mean, he lifted me up a couple times, but like I said, this isn't wrestling. This is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm gonna strangle this guy. This guy is a blanket.
He's eyeing me out. That's his ape walk for sure.
The do-rag comes off and Josh is back for some serious revenge after he did so poorly in his wrestling video. But it doesn't matter how much ex-martial gear he wears or what color belt he's wearing, I'm never gonna lose to this guy. He starts the match off hot by going for a flying scissor takedown, which I'm not a big fan of. And after I see this man is out for blood, there's only one way this match could go. A blue belt smash worse than the ones that you pay for in Thailand. I was quickly able to reverse Josh with my handy dandy guillotine, but Josh's nails were too sharp for me and he was able to break my grip, and I instead just had to take mount. With enough kipping, he was able to escape, but Josh's guard is nothing to worry about, so I was in no trouble here. I set up some bait by pushing his knee so he's going to kick into me, which allows me to grab his ankle. Step 2 is to belly down and bring my leg over his and finish with a belly down ankle lock for a quick tap on Josh. Josh's blood is starting to boil, but that's not going to stop his energy. He comes at me, trying to take my back, and I roll into the guillotine, but as he pulls his head out, I have to wrestle up. The mats are so slippery it's hard for both of us to keep our balance, but I end up getting him down near the wall and have to pull him away so he doesn't have any excuses for this round. He tried to wrestle up, which I love to see, but he put his head in the perfect spot for a guillotine, so that takes away all the merit he had. The gym was like a sauna, so it's tough to keep my camera focused with all the humidity, but if you're wondering how I finished this choke on Josh, just watch any of my other 100 videos, they're all the same technique. Now things aren't looking too great for Black Santa, but you felt the energy he had before the match calling me a blanket, so there's no way I was going to let up on him. He was going full dirtbag mode by shouldering me in the face, so I had to get him with a stylish technique, which should never work unless you're rolling with an NPC, a balloon sweep from standing. Since I landed with my knee already in his groin, it's a prime opportunity to go for a leg lock, and I dive back onto the ankle once again and get a quick tap on our foe. And another quick tap as Josh pushes me into the wall. He goes for a double leg takedown, but I grab onto his neck, and then I take advantage of the spring-loaded mats by falling into a guillotine, arm in, and there's no escape for Josh. Stand-up clearly isn't working for Josh, so he sits down on his butt right where he belongs. But this is a bad omen for him because I've been on a huge leg lock kick and I fall right back into inside ashi, looking for double trouble. And trust me when I say this spot sucks. If somebody tries to backstep to enter into this position, you gotta try and work on top of them, otherwise you'll be on the defensive side the entire time. Josh is trying to pull me in so I can't get any extension, but I peel his hands and then I can attack his foot, and it's an easy tap.
Oh, quit leg locking, bro.
Josh is requesting that I stop attacking his feet, and I will say I was a bit more merciful, as I could have had an easy opportunity here after another balloon sweep. But it's more fun for the video if everybody can see different techniques, so I don't go for his leg, and instead I'm going to try and pass his guard. He grabs onto a Kimura, and I know Josh's favorite move is to try and sweep from here, as he's done to the cameraman. Oh! But I'm not falling for it.
Sorry, I'm not Zach.
Now Josh did a great job escaping, but unfortunately for him, I had to do some car maintenance, so as he scrambled, I gave him a good old-fashioned oil check to maintain position. It's not like I was trying to emasculate Josh, but I wasn't going to let him escape that easily. Now we're even for that scissor leg takedown. The difference is, when he did it to me, I was able to escape, whereas when I oil check him, he's stuck on bottom and side control. That is until he uses the ghost escape to land into a guillotine, but I'm going to change the rules. I take my hand out of the choke and instead go under his other wrist, which allows me to pull him over into full back control. Then I switch off to a 2-on-1 on his arm, but I'm not having enough hip pressure to keep him there, so I take top position by first going into side control, but I had better plans. For my secret technique, I'd have to go all the way to mount. Then I had to get under his elbow so I could have control over his hands, and I gave him the big brother treatment.
No, he didn't, bro.
Now before Josh is too embarrassed to ever be on camera again, I stop hitting him and he's going to take this opportunity to go under me. He escapes out the back door, and again I go to front head, but I'm going to go for a great back take where as he starts to turn, I throw the bottom hook in, establish full control, get to the rear naked choke, and I finish him off.
Now, if you want to be able to finish off other guys like I just did, you need to go to xmartial.com. They have fantastic looking gear, they support a bunch of creators like myself, and they work with you to get the best product possible. So if you want to look stylish while doing jiu-jitsu, X Martial is the right choice for you. Use promotion code Tyler10 and save yourself some extra money.
Speaking of looking stylish while doing submissions, watch this. I pull Josh into single leg X, push his armpit by, and quickly go into a heel hook and get a fast tap. Because just like me at the old gym, he never worked a leg lock a day in his life. But that submission was a little bit too quick, so I'm standing in Josh's guard to see what he has to offer. And surprise, surprise, Josh isn't doing much from guard. He gets one foot on my hip and then establishes ankle control, so I know he wants a tripod sweep. I'm not gonna let that happen. Instead, I knee slide, go all the way to his back, throw on my bottom hook, and I pull him into back control, but I'm gonna get him with a sneaky and disheartening submission. I'd love to hit him with the twister, but he's keeping his arm guarded, so I pull on his face instead. This is definitely a brutal technique that won't make you any friends, so use it at your own risk. Now, it's been a pretty big beatdown up to here, but Josh is moving in for a quick sweep, and then he's gonna launch in at a shot after I'm standing and drive me into the wall. I know it's hard to see from all the haze, but Josh is driving into the shot, and to end the round, I put him in ass mount to establish my dominance and let him know it doesn't matter if he has a blue belt, I'm still gonna beat him.
That cracking asshole, dog.
Josh, how did those nuts feel in your face?
See, he knows I just got my blue belt at my gym.
Bro, you called me out.
We can't, hey, bring it over here. We can't practice leg locks until we're blue. So he used that advantage to leg lock me.
I'm pretty sure there's a video of you heel hooking a black belt on his channel.
That's a fake video, that actually wasn't me. That leg lock stuff is whack. Fake news.
Rest in peace, Josh.